The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Mayfield on first down. An open receiver, that's David Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw now on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And now ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Carlos Hyde, see you later. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, here we go.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. He'll look to throw. Looking left side is complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Austin's got it left side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He's going to get it running right. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Staying on his feet. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. They
begin the drive with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
2nd down, Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Here we go. 3-19.
First down, a run with Hyde. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in the clellets? It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now Mayfield. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Leopard! Leopard!
They begin with a run by Smith. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one brought in by Gathers. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Set! 319! 319!
Following the interception, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
You got him! You got him! You got him!
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, baby! Boom! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Detroit! Detroit! That boy's got 4.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a handoff. Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
And they'll run it here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Hyde, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Yeldon, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I got wide.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go!
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. A handoff to Smith. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, boys, go. Here we go now.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On the counter, it's Yeldon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
And just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. It's the Bucs who are leading that ball game. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Squeeze, double.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
No, check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL